Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, had a little bit of an eventful stream last night. For those that probably by the time this episode comes out, it might not. I should just take the video and post it to either my, I don't know if I should post it to my main channel, or I probably might. If I do post it, I'll probably end up posting it to my main channel. But anyways, no. So yeah, let me just kind of give you guys a little bit of a backstory on how it even led up to this moment. So I bought the game Gray Zone Warfare. For those that don't know what Gray Zone Warfare is an extraction shooter game. I have been looking for an extraction shooter game to play because I'm not really a fan of how they have Arc Raiders set up, where it's like it ain't got no PvE mode and stuff. You know, with me, I like to be able to play a game and I ain't got to worry about other people camping around corners trying to take my loot and all this other stuff. I'm like, it's no fun in that. You know, people might say it's fun, but it's not. I'm like, yeah, to you it might be because you're that one that's camping around corners killing people. But to somebody like me, where I'm just trying to play the game and get an experience, I'm like, that's not the experience that I want to leave with. So anyways, seeing that Gray Zone Warfare, I played Gray Zone Warfare a while ago. It was a game I remember when it was coming out. A lot of people were blowing it up, and so yeah, that's why I was like, all right, let me go ahead, check it out, see what it's all about and things. So anyways, but yeah, recently I got back into it and I was like, all right, you know, this will be my extraction shooter game to play. Plus I like how it's set up too. They do have it where it's like, when after I guess like a character reset or something like that, you get to replenish like your gear and all that stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Cause I'm the times where I have played that game, it always does replenish my character. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, now thinking about it and things, but so I'm playing it last night, but that was the issue with that game. They had it where it was pitch black. I can't see nothing. It's dark. They ain't got you out in the middle of the jungle. And I'm like, I'm supposed to somehow, some way see soldiers out, or it's wherever these bad guys are. I'm supposed to see them out in the middle of the night. I'm like, it at least should have been recommended that I need night vision goggles. It's stuff like that where I'm like, because I don't know how difficult this game is going to be. So anyways, I'm like, look, I just finished up playing. If you guys know my situation with the one game, Mega Bunk, that's one of those games that will stress you out when you play it. And so that's why I'm like, what I probably should have done is played that game first, Gray Zone Warfare, and then went ahead and played anything else afterwards. Because yeah, Mega Bunk, that's one of those games where it's like, it's all you just gonna do is leave up out of there with a headache after playing that game. So anyways, I play Gray Zone Warfare. It's dark out. I end up getting killed. I'm like, hey, it's whatever. I ain't tripping about it. I wasn't mad. I didn't say anything bad about the game. I didn't say anything disrespectful. I just say, you know what? I just ain't got the time to be fooling with no game like this. I'm going to go ahead and play something else. So anyways, I went ahead and started playing Destiny, and then that's when this guy joined and was all like, oh, the game, it ain't meant for everybody and stuff. And so the thing is this, when I see comments like that, I'm like, fam, how is a person supposed to know if they're going to like a game or not? It's like, my thing is this, I'm still going to give the game a chance. I just don't want to play the game right now. But you're not helping by joining my stream and I guess getting upset at the fact that you expected me to go out there like American Sniper or like some war soldier or or machine or something. I'm like, fam, I am a random man from Seattle, Washington. There is nothing military or like that. Yeah, I got some family that was in the military, but other than that, I'm like, fam, I play video games. Like, what do you expect from me? So me and him kind of start going back and forth. And then that's at some point in time when he goes on to says that he's in the Marines. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, because no, I think that's when, because I think, yeah, he did say he was in the Marines. I was calling him a soldier. Then he tried to correct me. And I'm like, fam, you're most likely not a Marine. All right. My thing is this is how I look at it. If you're a Marine and you find yourself on my Twitch streams arguing about a video game, you're not a trustworthy Marine, I should say. Because, yeah, that's one of those things. I know people are going to probably be all like, oh, that's a very offensive thing to say. Hey, it's one of those things people need to understand. If you come to my stream, start harassing me about something petty, I am going to get disrespectful. So, yes, I was being disrespectful to this quote-unquote Marine. Because, no, my thing is this. I'm like, there's all these different things you could be doing with your life. Like, you should have... My thing is this. If I'm a Marine... Because I remember at one point in time, I was going to enlist in the military. I had my life all together and things like that's where my mind was at. My mind wasn't, oh, let me go find a Twitch streamer that's playing whatever video game and they don't have no viewers or anything and start arguing with them about, I guess being it's that because that's where I was like, because at some point in time he says that he was like real men play like PvP games or some they don't play like this PvE crap. Or no, it was he was like he says that and he was all like, you should go play Minecraft. Like, you guys would really have to just see the stream for yourself, because yeah, how I'm gonna explain it, I'm gonna make this guy look goofy. Like, that's my whole goal for the duration of this podcast episode, is to make this man look even more goofier than he feels. Because I just don't, it's things like that I don't understand. Why are you going into people's streams in the middle of the night arguing about why they're not playing a game to your standard or to your likings or whatever? It's like, fam, people ain't got that type of time. People ain't trying to be out here getting stressed out left and right. I'm actually trying to enjoy the game. I mean, that's the thing too, where it's like, if it was really that bad, why are you not playing the game? It's like, it's one of those things where when there's a game that I like I'm trying to think of Forza Horizon or Forza Motorsports, any of the Forza games. I'm trying to think of some other games, the Uncharted games. I'm trying to think of some other ones, Spider-Man. Here's the thing, like, I've seen at times like whispers and rumors of, people saying like bad things about those games. And yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't care. Like, if you don't like that, if you don't like that game, that's on you. They ain't got nothing to do with me. It's not going to change my perspective if you don't like a game. So, like, let's say Forza Motorsports, the last one that they came out with, I had to say probably one of the worst reviewed Forza games out there. Like, I played every Forza video game. I'm trying to think. I might have, if there was like any that I missed, like if it was a mobile game or whatever, but all the main games, like all the Forza Motorsports, all the Forza Horizons, I played them all. Forza Motorsports was probably the worst reviewed Forza game of all time. I've never seen a game get that many bad reviews before. But at the same time, people had legitimate reasons on why they gave the game bad reviews, because there were some people that couldn't play it. Do you see me in those people's streams arguing with them about why they don't like the game? I could care less if they don't like the game. They ain't got nothing to do with me. The thing is this, that's one thing that I've learned, is that everybody's going to have a different experience with the game. Why is that a problem? So yeah, that's why I'm like, this guy, it's just, he's joining my stream upset the fact that I didn't want to play the game longer. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm actually trying to preserve the stuff that I have, but also at the same time, I'm not trying to play this game, get stressed out to the point where I don't even want to play it no more. And then it's sitting in my Steam library collecting dust. So like, it's things like that where I feel like people need to understand, and it needs to be told to them, that you're not a spokesperson for the game. The developers are not going to notice you, or they're going to, I guess, worship the ground that you walk on and all this other stuff, because you're in a TMossBoss stream defending their video game, and it wasn't even like there was nothing bad being said. Like, that's the part that I'm trying to figure out, what did I say that was wrong? Because all I did, so this is what happened when I was playing Gray Zone Warfare. So I didn't rage, I didn't do any of that. I just said, hey, you know what? I'm going to play this on a different occasion, because Megabunk, that game, it still has some lingering stress in my brain and stuff. So this is what happened. I start up the game. This is on Gray Zone Warfare. I start up the game. The game, it's nighttime. Usually they have it where this is the first time they've ever had it where I fought or did some war stuff at night and things. So because any other day it's always been daytime. So anyways, They fly me out. I remember the helicopter. Was that the same? No, yeah, that was the same. Cause yeah, I was talking about that. How the helicopter pilot, he flew us all the way across the map. I'm like, bro, you're flying us far out. I'm like, where are we going? So I'm just kind of cracking jokes about it and stuff. Like, I wasn't being like, oh, why is he flying me out so far? Oh, this is upsetting me. Oh, this is so stressful and all that stuff. I'm cracking jokes about it. Because my intent was to play the game. But at the same time, I'm like, it was nighttime. I couldn't see nothing. Maybe my character had night vision goggles. Maybe I need to go out and buy night vision goggles. But it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know. I think that should just be an automatic thing. Cause I'm like, fam, it's ain't nobody trying to play a game to this caliber at night. So anyways, I see this guy. He was on the helicopter with me. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go follow him. So we go up to this building. He goes to one end. I go to the other. I'm hiding behind this tree. He's getting shot at. I think he ended up getting killed because there was a guy that came walking around the corner. I shot at him, and then I think I was gonna walk up and try to do something else or go to his area, but then I ended up getting shot. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I should have just went to the right instead of going to the left. Like that was a mistake on me. I should have been thinking this out a little bit better and stuff, but we were getting shot at for a little bit and things. So, but no, overall, I ended up getting killed. I didn't flip out. I didn't lose my mind. I didn't go crazy. I was like, hey, it's one of those things where I'm like, they put me in a tough situation and I didn't come out clean on the other side, So, I'm like, hey, better luck next time. I'm gonna go play something else, because I'm like at least be able to play a game where I'm like, okay, I ain't gotta worry about stuff like this, like where if I die and I gotta, do all this other extra stuff, I ain't trying to do all that, So, anyways, I go ahead, start playing Destiny. Then, yeah, that's when the guy, he goes and is all like, oh, he was like, the game ain't cut out for everybody. And I'm like, no, here's the thing. This is what people like him need to understand. The game's not cut out for you. You do actually want to be, because this guy, when he kept saying that he was a Marine, I was trolling him, but I truly do believe that this guy wasn't a Marine. I think he just tells himself that because it makes himself feel better. Because I'm like, look, there were friends that I had that was in the military. They don't be carrying on like that. They don't. They have respect for their country. They have respect for the people in their country. They're the excuse for, oh, why I'm in your stream harassing you because you're not playing my favorite video games because, oh, it's just trolling, bro. Everybody, it's funny how like that's what today's day and age of, it's just a prank, bro. It's just a joke. Like, I'm just joking around. Like, people like to just immediately, when they done got caught up in an argument, they immediately like to go to, oh, I'm just trolling. But he lingered in my stream. Like, I wish I would have kept the chat log. I wonder, do they still have well, yeah, I'll probably just end up posting the video and stuff, because I'm not trying to have it where I have to keep scrolling around and stuff, because I remember his name, but I just don't remember how many letters like each part of the name had. But yeah, because people be liking to change, if a name's already taken, then they'll change it to something else. But yeah, this guy, I personally don't believe that he was a Marine. And I told him that. I was like, no, you're not a Marine. Marines don't be carrying on like this. Marines have respect and all this other stuff. And he's still just in the stream talking about, oh, he was like, why you playing this PvE game and stuff? And I'm like, because I want to play it. I think that's usually what most people do when they want to play a game. They turn the game on and they start playing it. Why is this new information to you? Like, why is this guy? I'm telling you, man, he's one of those people. Then it was funny, at one point in time, he asked me, he was all like, what knowledge do I have of the Marines? I guess maybe trying to see if I knew anything, so he I guess use this for the next person. And I'm like, fam, the same knowledge as you. Nothing. I don't know nothing about the Marines. Just like you went to ChatGPT and Google.com to learn Marine stuff. That doesn't make you a Marine. That makes you a fake, a fraud. It's one of those things where you're going to get caught up in one of those videos wearing not even probably a Marine uniform. This man going to go out in public wearing a Navy uniform talking about, oh, I'm a Marine. And then that's when he's going to get caught up on camera and they're going to be like, why are you wearing, if you're a Marine, why are you wearing a Navy uniform? What's the idea? Because no, them videos, I'm telling you, if you guys have never seen those types of videos, it is some of the most funniest content of all time. There'll be just some random guy, like, pretty much this guy last night in my stream. So he's the type of person to put on a military uniform. Somebody approaches him and they start having some military conversation. He has no idea what they're talking about. He's like, I am just as confused as the next person. And then though, that was another funny thing too, because he was like throwing insults at me left and right, and I'm like, fam, I would rather be all those things than to just be like, but that's one thing that me and you can both relate on. We're normal citizens. You're not a Marine, bro. Like, Marines don't carry on like you. But anyways, getting back to talking on those videos and stuff, but no, so like somebody approached them, start having some Marine talk, or any form of like military branch, whether it's Marines, Army, Navy, Air Forces, National Guards, any of that stuff. So, but they'll approach them and they be all like, oh, hey, it's all like, where are you stationed at? Whoa, what are you, where's this? Like, they'll have like a more of a deep in-depth conversation. I don't know. When I be watching those videos, they were like, oh, who's your staff sergeant? Oh, who's this? Oh, like, oh, who's that? And so they'll ask them all these questions, just kind of like trying to quiz them and things to see if it's like, oh, let me see if this person really is what they're about and stuff, or what they're wearing. And then then they get caught up and they were like, oh yeah, my staff sergeant is Ronald McDonald and stuff. And it's like, yeah, bro, take that uniform off. You're not no Marine. It's like, you're not even an actor Marine. I'm like, I told them, I was like, Bradley Cooper from American Sniper, he's more of a Marine than you are. And that man was supposed to be a Navy. Well, I think, yeah, he was supposed to be a Navy SEAL. But then they did show in that movie where they was like, he was kind of like hanging out with the Marines and stuff. So yeah, I was like, he's more of a Marine, and he was playing a Navy SEAL hanging out with Marines. So that's saying something right there. That's why I'm like, man, it's just at times when like people, when they do things like that and they try to troll, like, quote unquote troll you, and but it's like, nah, it's just, dude, that's not trolling. It's like you're trying to be disrespectful and get me all upset. But I'm like, fam, people need to, and that's one thing that I would have usually do is I'll just ban people, block them. I'm like, delete the comment. I'm like, I ain't going, but I'm like, no, this needs to be a lesson learned. If somebody is playing a game that you like, but they're saying negative things about it, let them say negative things about it. You don't have no business whatsoever being in this person's stream, video, YouTube, whether it's, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. You don't have no business whatsoever harassing this person because they're talking about your favorite video game. But this is my advice to any content creator out there. When you have people like that in your stream harassing you over a video game, you got that God-given right to roast them. I'm like, roast them, start saying some things. Hey, at least it'll be a lesson learned. I'm like, hey, yeah, maybe I need to leave people alone. Because I knew I had made that guy upset. My thing is this conversation, it could have ended a long time ago. Like, as soon as I had stopped playing the game, he could have said what he needed to say and dip. This man stayed in my stream for probably, because I'm trying to think, I played Mega Bunk, I think, for like, as usual, like 15 to 20 minutes and stuff. Don't ever get a long session out of that game. But I played that, and then I think I played maybe 10 to 15 minutes, because I got killed fast and stuff in Gray Zone Warfare. And so I played that, and then I think for the remainder of the stream, I had played Destiny 2, and I think I had played that for like maybe 30, 40 minutes or something. Because how long was the stream? Hold on for a second. Let me check that real quick. That stream was 1 hour and 26 minutes. So I think I had to have started playing it at like that 40-minute mark. So yeah, it was a decent amount of time. It was a decent amount of time he was in my stream arguing about nothing. And I'm like, bro, you gotta go be a Marine. Go, get out of here, Full Metal Jacket. Go be a Marine somewhere. Go serve and protect this country. Yeah, if that's who's serving and protecting our country, I'm like, the thing is this. If we're under attack, I would trust a preschooler with a weapon before I trust this guy. I'm like, because he's not going to serve and protect this country. It's definitely one of those things where, if you guys have seen that movie, Dead Presidents, with Lorenz Tate, who else is in? Yeah, Chris Tucker, because I am going to mention his character. I'm trying to think that guy, Keith David. It was a good movie. It is definitely a good movie. I definitely, like, outside of this conversation with this quote unquote Marine, I definitely recommend you guys go watch that movie. It's pretty good. It's definitely one of those movies. It's like an emotional ride movie, but there is a scene in there where they show where Lorenz Tate, Chris Tucker, Dang, what's that one dude's name? Because that guy was crazy in that movie, but then he ended up becoming the preacher and stuff. Dang, I can't think of his name. But anyways, Bokeem Woodbine, that's his name. All right, but anyways, but they show where they were all at war. I think it was the Vietnam War, and so but they show where they end up getting ambushed. Gunfires just going off all over the place. Lawrence Tate and his people, they shooting. I think it was the Vietnamese soldiers, they were shooting. It was like just back and forth and stuff. And so there was a couple of scenes and during that whole shootout where they show Chris Tucker. He is laid out on the ground, like pretty much crying. Like this man, he had a full-blown panic attack. And no, I'm like, that's who this guy is. He's that type where it's like if some stuff goes down, he is going to lay down on the ground and have a panic attack. If he's a Marine. But because we all know that he's not, he's going to do what the rest of us is going to be doing if some stuff goes down. Running. He is not a Marine. This man ain't Marine, strong, tough, all that, well, the stuff that they be saying. Yeah, he's one of those actors that they have, and well, they probably do be having some actual Marines in the commercials. But if it's ever confirmed that, the people in them commercials are actors, that's who he is. He did a commercial for the Marines. And yeah, it probably wasn't even him being a Marine. He's probably like, them like people in the background of the commercials. They don't have no lines or nothing. They just make facial expressions and smiles and all that. Yeah, that's what he does. I'm like, yeah, you was in a Marine commercial. There's a difference. All right. So, but anyways, with that being said, lesson for today: do not join random people's streams and start trying to harass them over a video game that you like, because you really don't know who's going to be on the other end of that stream. They will roast you, start saying some things about your personal life. Now you in their stream for almost an hour arguing with them about the games that they're playing, I guess trying to get them upset. And I'm like, fam, that was, and it's funny because he tried to get on me for playing PvE games, and then was all like, why don't you go play Minecraft? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, at least with Destiny and Minecraft, I can say that I got hours into those games, and I could be able to play those games for a long period of time. I had a better experience. And my thing is this: if we're going to get technical with it, I had a much more better experience playing Destiny and Minecraft, because I'm able to play those games a little bit. Those games have a little bit more going on versus Gray Zone Warfare. That's not saying that Gray Zone Warfare is a bad game. That's just coming from my own personal experience as a gamer. I don't know why that's a problem, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.